All right. Shalom, shalom. All right. As always, before I get started, I want to give all praises and honor and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim that's pushing his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Zayan Amon from the GMS Detroit by Camp. And this is going to be a quick lesson dealing with the MOB. All right. This video is was inspired by an interview I saw on the 85 South show, right? And what's his name? T-Pain. He was on there, and not even basically, he was promoting and endorsing the MOB, right? Saying that he would get it, and we've always said that this would take place, all right? The men of the Lord, all right, namely the men of GMS, all right, we've warned, all right, hell, the world for quite some time saying that this was going to be one of the ways that they, brand and push this MLB to the masses by doing it through the celebrities, right? Because they understand that, right, that's especially our people, right? That's who they look up to, these anyway with fame in a nutshell, all right. But whether they're athletes or entertainers, it don't matter. If they have any morsel of fame or clout, right, they're gonna be used to push this MOB, and that's exactly what T-Pain did on the show, on the 85 South show. I'm gonna try to get to this video once and for all. This is my third time trying to get through this and put this up. Satan is really not trying to have this information come out right now, but Lord willing, it goes up and it stays up, right? Because I want to play this clip so brothers can actually hear it for themselves. But even if, hopefully you can hear it for yourself. So that's that. Let's see. I had put up this article real quick because I wanted to highlight a point that links up with the information that was said in the video, right? And this is from 2 years ago, right? About how the brain-machine interface technology, BMI, could create an internet of thoughts, right? And that's basically the so-called white man's MO, is that he wants to play the role and is trying to play the role of the Most High by knowing everything, knowing all your whereabouts, knowing your deep dark secrets, knowing where you are and when you're there, right? You know what I'm saying? And only the Most High is the one that has that ability, right? Let's see. It says right here, it says brain-machine interface technology is a field in which dedicated big-name players are looking to develop a wide variety of applications for establishing a direct communication pathway between the brain, wired or enhanced, and an external device. Some of these players are primarily interested in healthcare-centric implementations, such as enabling paralyzed humans to use a computer, but for others, improving the lives of the disabled are simply short-term goals on the road to much more broad and far-reaching accomplishments, right? So that's going to be a so-called benefit when they really go full blast with this thing. People that's, are, just as I said, paraplegics, you're paralyzed, you know what I'm saying, what you're blind, you can't hear, things like that, right? This MOB be able to fix all that, right? So-called make you whole again, right? But for whomever is to receive this MOB as an ultimate judgment for that in this destruction, right? Namely by way of thermonuclear fire. All right. Let's see, there was another point in here. So it says one such application of BMI, for example, is the development of a human brain cloud interface, which will enable people to directly access information from the internet. So, all right, so just by way of a thought, you can just think of something, right? And right now, that's making me think of the movie Matrix. Dealing with Neo, where he was able to just think of anything, and that information was downloaded into his mind, into his brain, right? So that's what they want to do, all right, with the people. But when you do that, when you take this MOB, right, ain't no return policy, ain't no, oh, you had it for a week and now, you don't like it, right? You want to take it out. Like, no, once you put it in your body, that's it, right? You're slated for judgment at that point, all right? It says, which will enable people to directly access information from the internet, store their learnings on the cloud, and work together with other connected brains, whether they are human or artificial. So that's kind of like dealing with telepathy, right? Hell, the way they trying to have it, you don't even need a phone. You can just call someone, or however they set it up. You can just talk to someone clear across the earth, mentally, right? It says images, BCI, often referred to as the Internet of Thoughts, imagines a world where instant access to information is possible without the use of external machinery such as desktop computers or internet cables. Search and retrieval of information will be initiated by thought patterns alone. That sounds amazing, all right, and that's the scriptures, It's the devil basically working those miracles, all right, and deceiving people by the means of those miracles, all right. When he promotes this, when he really go hard with this thing, I mean, it's gonna look it's as sweet as candy, right? It's gonna look like the best thing since sliced bread, but yet that's when your attendance should be up, just like this Max, right? They're not offering all these gimmicks for nothing, right? You got a lottery, you got free weed, free donuts, free McDonald's, free I don't know, free guns. It's like, why y'all bending over backwards, so to say, all right, to get this stuff, all right, injected, right, into the public, and meaning it can't be for your well-being, or the same concept with this MOB, all right. So what I want to do, I want to play this clip really quick, and we're going to get a few precepts. Let's see. I think it's right there.
He has already built the technology that's going to keep him alive until the fucking Terminator shows up.
You getting that chip in your brain?
No.
You sure?
Hell yeah.
I'll probably fuck with it.
Bruh.
I just want to see what it do. I feel like they got
I'm
return
not
policy.
putting it. Only thing I'm putting in my brain is marijuana.
I feel like they got a steady return policy that we can fuck with for real. I don't think it's gonna be dangerous.
You would get a chip in your brain?
Yeah.
What?
Obviously, depending on what it do.
T-Pain, the only chip you should get is the fucking auto-tune.
Bro, if this motherfucker, I'm telling you, if Elon Musk come to me right now and say, bro, you ain't even got to go in the studio no more. Just think of a song, and it's on wax.
Do you? That's exactly what I'm trying to get you to understand. You have talked me into singing shit.
So that's the point. So yeah, that sounds, fantastic, and it's going to come with a host of so-called benefits, but that's all deceit, all right? Those are all lies, or even if it is able to do those things, it's not worth, your soul, Because basically if you take this MOB, you've literally you solidified and given yourself over to the so-called white man. You gave yourself over to the image of the beast. You saying you 10 toes down with this society, right? And if you're an Israelite, that's not how you're to be, all right? You're supposed to reach out and pray and hope, all right, and have faith in your power, all right, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? That's who you should be leaning on. You shouldn't be leaning on the so-called white man and the gimmicks and technology that he has to offer, right? Because he's never done our people any good, right? So why would he now, right? As the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy, right? But to not trust your enemy, you got to know who your enemy is, all right? And your chief enemy, your natural-born enemy, is the so-called white man, right? Esau, Edom, all right? So that's that. You made it sound real good. Like I say, T-Pain, he's jacked in. He's plugged in, right? He know what's going on, right? A lot of these artists know what's going on, right? And he basically just put his bid in, so to say, he'll be the first to sign up, right? When this thing is pushed heavily, because, all right, for those. He is an Israelite, but he's playing a role of a 2/3 Israelite as of now. And for those that have so-called made it and so-called successful, right? Once they taste of that, they don't wanna go back, right, to the hood. They don't want to go back to, just not having. They don't want to go back to being broke. All right. So they'll do anything, literally anything, right, to keep their position. And this is what's going to be offered. The MOB is what's going to be offered, all right? But real quick, this is Revelation 13, and I'm going to start at 14 just to get to the point. And deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. And part of those miracles is being able to record a song just by way of a thought, right? You don't need no soundboard or anything. You just can just record a song mentally, right? And hell, just put it right on Spotify. I don't know, but it's gonna be that's what's gonna be pushed, right? People that knew and know were blind all their lives, right? All of a sudden they're able to see again. Right? People that's been deaf, all of their lives, and now they're able to hear again. Right? People that were born paralyzed, right? And couldn't walk, were lame, right? Couldn't walk, right? This is Esau trying to play the role of the Most High, right? So-called trying to heal people the way Yahushua healed people through spiritual power, right? And that's what the men of the Lord are waiting on. We're not waiting on Esau's technology. We would much rather wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and receive that real deal spiritual power, right? Where you ain't connected to anything. We just got the power. We ain't connected to nothing more than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Let's see where we at. It said, and deceiving them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right, dealing with America coming back, during the Renaissance, re-emerging, right, in the Renaissance period, as America, because quiet as kept, basically, America is just an extension of Rome. Right, so the beast that did live, that was wounded by the sword and did live, that's dealing with the Roman Empire. But it came back. It was reincarnated, if you will, all right, through the Renaissance period, and lived out the end of his days, all right, by way of America. America is the tip of the spear, so to say, right? including NATO and the EU. Right, that's basically what the beast is composed of, right? Because the beast, basically, how can I say? It flexes on the whole world by way of his military might, all right? Which that's what Esau was blessed with, the sword. You know, he's blessed with the sword, right? It says, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image, of the beast should be killed. Kind of dealing with, right? You know, the men of the Lord, right? Even, right? So-called Edomites and these other nations, you're gonna have certain people that's just not with it. You know what I'm saying? Some because hey, they've heard this word go out, right? They received the warning. Hell, even some of those other nations that look like the other nations, they may be Israelites, right? And they received this word, hearing and acted upon, it in the sense that, like, hell no, I'm not getting that chip. I'm not getting that MOB. You know, I'd rather not. I'll just, you know, I'll just wait on the Lord. Right, but even these other nations, the actual heathen, right? You have some of them that's not even with it, right? And yeah, you're gonna be slated to be killed, you know, because they basically, they meaning the elite, they want this thing. How can I put it? Esau, he's a control freak, right? He just wants to control, right? Chiefly the nation of Israel, right? That's why he's making these moves. He's trying to take the nation of Israel out of the hands of the Most High, which is impossible, but yet his prophecy has to play out, so he's going to try to do so. And our job is to hold fast, right? Right? Believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and wait upon him. You know, we're not taking any gimmicks or, you know, we're not receiving anything that the so-called white man has to offer in terms of our salvation, right? If you're to take this MOB, that gets in between your salvation, all right? If you receive this MOB, because, right, T-Pain, or what he say, he believed it had some type of return policy or whatnot. No, if you receive this thing in your body, like, that's it. You're cut off. You know, you're an outsider. You're profane in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Let's see, meaning you're outside the temple. It says, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and in bond, to receive. I can't even say the word. Receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? And that's what's coming into play. If you don't have this MOB, right, you can't function in society. You know, you can't go to the grocery store anymore. You can't buy gas. You can't go to the bank. You can't just do just the so-called regular, normal things that you would do just to, you know, just to live, right? So we're coming into that time. You're going to have to make a life decision, right? Are you going to trust in Esau, Edom's system and image, his way of life, right? Or are you going to wait, all right, as the scriptures say, all right, Zephaniah 3:8, are you going to wait on the Lord, right? And, you know, trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The choice is yours, right? But I got this from Busta Rhymes. He said, what he say? He said, every choice comes with an invoice, right? So every decision you make, basically there's a consequence, right? And what the scriptures say, the wages of sin is death, So you receiving this MOB, that's sin, right? And if you receive it, your end judgment is ultimately thermonuclear fire. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to the Akim that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.